This video contains spoilers of Dragon Ball S Episode 2, so if you've not watched it, click the link down below and have a watch. We have Episode 2, and hopefully by the time you've seen this, Episode 1 review will be out with links all down below. So just as we start this off, all links to the episodes will be linked down below in the description, so definitely check it out first. So, where are we on this one? This is a Vegeta episode, and to be honest, I kind of see that it would have been nice, maybe they're doing a whole round of all the characters first, before they actually get onto the main story, but we're going to talk about that in a little bit. This has been a thing ever since Dragon Ball Z. Now, King Kai starts off, he's driving on a peaceful drive, and it's a small planet and you can only go around so many times. Maybe he just likes the way of driving, maybe that's it. But he is driving in this episode and suddenly Goku appears, and the way that King Kai is going around, you think that he could easily stop and go, "Oh Goku, I see you're here." No, he swerves and the car kind of almost gets totaled and Goku's like, "Haha, sorry about that." Then literally it switches to King Kai building his house from the massive destruction of his car, going at such a slow speed into it. Goku's just there chilling. He's eating this huge ball of rice and going nom 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 straight away. And he then turns around and says, "Oh cool, I'm full, I'm now going to go train." And King Kai's like, "Well, you shouldn't be treating this like a 24-hour motel. What are you doing here anyway?" And Goku's like, "Well, gravity's like 10 times stronger than it is here, so I'm going to train here. This is the best place." He then switches his clothes really quickly, which, to be honest, will possibly be a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive way forward in the thing. And if it is, I've called it here first. It switches to Trunks, Bulma and Vegeta, and they're kind of heading towards this resort type area. Literally Trunks is asleep, Vegeta's on top going like, I'm on top of this plane and I'm not moving. Bulma is talking to Trunks saying, "Look, you know, you've just woken up, this is what's happening." And Trunks is like, "Where's Dad?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm above the whole thing," which is fine. So then I'm guessing, because there's no subtitles, I'm guessing like Vegeta's going like, "Oh, I wish I could be training right about now." And Bulma's like, "Well, if you want training, here we go!" And then goes straight off. Vegeta's just standing there like nothing's happening. And suddenly like they're going in the sky, doing twists to under the ocean, hit a fish, up through the forest, boom, straight out. Nothing. Vegeta's like, "Is that all?" Like, nothing happened. And he's just there going like, "I've got stuff in my hair, stuff in my face, I don't really care about this." He switches to this whole thing of them shopping, doing stuff, and they're in this like department store, and Bulma then turns around to Vegeta and they start having a conversation, and Vegeta turns around and says, "I'm only fulfilling a promise, this is the reason why I'm here." And he does a flashback to the point when they were training, and he goes like, "Oh," you know, he says to Trunks, "Well, if you can land at least one punch on me, or if you can hit me right in the face once, then you know, I'll take you to amusement park." And Trunks does it, and then you never ever saw anything that happened then. That was gone. There was nothing. So boom, you have it. You have this promise fulfilled. 18 years later, you have it finally fulfilled. Well done, guys. I like it. Trunks is like, "No, look at my new clothes. What do you think, Dad?" And Vegeta's like, "No." And like, the stern father, but he's like, "Oh, you know," he kind of gives a little bit of hope. He's like, "Oh yeah, you know, but you always remember to not do the top button or you miss buttons out." And he's like, "Oh God, go, do it quickly." And this is when Bulma tries to give Vegeta some sort of kind of like praise, like, you know, some sort of attention, and he just turns back like, "No, how dare you? How dare you touch the Prince of all Saiyans?" It switches into different places, and you know, it's like kind of cutscenes of what they're doing. So you got ice cream parlor, you have like this giant Jack in the Box scary thing. My favourite is the one where Vegeta's just in a train, just, "Yeah, not liking this," and Trunks is like, "Yeah!" Bulma's like, "Yeah, son!" And Vegeta's just like, "Oh God, what am I doing here? Oh God." So I found that quite funny. Now it turns around to them having like a shopping day out. Trunks is struggling with all his toys and stuff, and Bulma's like, "You know, you should help him." Vegeta's like, "I'm hungry." So I think Bulma gives like, "Oh yay" type look, you know, "Oh, we're gonna get some food." So now restaurant, they're eating so much food, it's just multiple big things. They're like, "Yeah, I'm still hungry." Boom, more food, more food, more food, more food. And suddenly there's a big squid. And Vegeta goes like, "I'm gonna eat you all to myself," and pulls the tentacle and it's all over him. Vegeta's not happy, he's powering up, and Bulma's like, no, stop, calm down, let's move out, you guys can eat the rest of the food, bye." And then switches to this whole thing of this vacation, so it's more Vegeta focus on this one. So you know, they get separated, Trunks and Bulma are off on one area, Vegeta's on his own, and people are just smacking the crap out of him. To be honest, if people were doing that constantly going like, "Boom, I'm sorry, boom, I'm sorry," it's like, right, I'm now annoyed. What the hell? So Vegeta powers up, knocks everyone down after people are saying like, come on stage, guy, come on stage, come on stage. Vegeta's like, no, powers up, knocks everyone down, and bam, that's it, you know, he flies off. Trunks is like, bye Dad, see you later, you've been great, this has been an excellent day, thank you for taking me out to this place, it's better than the amusement park. Something like that, but that's how Trunks would say it. And that's it, boom. Vegeta is like the whole like cutscene's over. Now we move on to Beerus. Beerus is kind of leading up, and this is what I like. So Beerus is now sitting on his planet. He's like, oh, where's Whis? And you know, obviously he's hungry. So it then switches to Whis flying towards this other dimension onto this whole new different planet where these little creatures are being attacked by a giant monster. The savior of the people come up and he smacks down this monster, this dinosaur should I say, and then the dinosaur goes down quite easily. So they're taking off for food. That's what they want. So it's all about like they're gonna eat it and like the glorious meal that they're having. Whis then talks to this giant guy and he's like, oh hey, look, you know, I'm gonna take this because Lord Beerus wants it, I'm taking this. And then the monster's like, can't understand. They have a conversation, which would have been cool if it was subtitled. This monster transforms and then Beerus turns up and he's like, what's taking so long? And Whis is like, oh sorry, I had like 30 more seconds. And then suddenly this monster and Beerus has a fight and Beerus is like straight away, not, you know, he's not doing anything, he's just deflecting and this monster's giving it all. Suddenly he does, this monster lets out a massive flame attack and Beerus is like, oh okay, and that caught me off guard or something. And then literally Beerus ends it straight away, turns around and says like, you know, I don't want this meat anymore, and Whis is like, oh, okay then. And suddenly like Beerus pulls up his energy, just drops a small pellet and boom, the planet is destroyed. And what we've seen in when Beerus is actually on his, sitting on his own and to this thing is this like image of a man. And we all know it's a Super Saiyan God, it's coming along. Beerus then turns around and says like, oh, what was that name, that fighter that I've always wanted to fight? Super, he goes, Super Saiyan God. So now we're coming up to the Battle of the Gods film that's been released. Now Vegeta are doing 150 times more gravity, which is a lot stronger than Earth because it's putting him into this training test. So he's been attacked by all these like lasers hitting him, and suddenly, you know, he gets hit by one and he's like, right, that's it. He's sweating. He's like, right, I've had enough. You know, Goku's stronger. Obviously, he's accepted that, but he wants to be strong. He wants to be. He doesn't want to be second best, he wants to be stronger than anyone in the universe, and thus therefore that's his kind of like will towards it. Beerus and all that switches back, they've seen the image of the Super Saiyan God previously, and then boom, they're flying off towards it. And that's pretty much the episode. It was quite shortish, but it seemed a bit short, and that was basically the whole thing of it. Now I like the fact that in the next episode we're seeing the whole trailer for, like, you know, they're getting ready for the party that was in Dragon Ball Z Battle of the Gods, and this is something that's going to be kind of really unique and different. And again, if they do it that way, bam, you've got the entire whole thing done, so you can go straight into the film, watch the film, and then come back to seeing it after with Goku training. And obviously we're going to see the arrival of F coming back up later. So this I am very looking forward to. The episode was quite funny to some degree. It's just seeing Vegeta getting really kind of pissed off all the time, which I really enjoyed. I'm not a huge Vegeta fan. He has risen in my books to the point where I like him, but I just found this funny that it's all the stuff that happened in Z is now coming to light and it's all happening. So yay to that one. I'm very much looking forward to the next episode. So tell me, Rangers, what do you think about this? Do you like the episode, yay or nay? What are your thoughts about it? Let me know down below in the comments, and if you've liked this video, like, favorite, comment and subscribe. Check out Yada Games and all that lovely goodness, and as always, Rangers, thanks for watching and I'll see you in a bit.